Hey, it's Calkurt. For the last week or so, I've been trying out a new build I read about online. I want to stress that I did not come up with this build, but I've been having so much fun and success on it that I wanted to share it with everybody. This is my guide to the Dreadlash build. In 9.05, Demo got two upgrades that seem minor but are actually huge. They bumped the stacks on Dread Calling from 3% to 4 and made Dreadstalkers do 10% more damage overall. While these seem small, these buffs actually pushed a new build into relevance and viability. That would be the Dreadlash build. My quick start guide goes over a more standard build, but here's how it changes overall. Your talents lean a bit more into Dreadstalker damage, having you take Dreadlash and From the Shadows over other options in the tier. You also change a conduit. Rather than Tyrant Soul or Fel Commando, you take Carnivorous Stalkers. Every extra Dread Bite gives another 10-second Shadow Flame damage buff, so this conduit's pretty key. By far, the biggest change is your legendary. Grim Inquisitor's Dread Calling is the cornerstone of this build. Each shard spent on Hand of Gul'dan increases your next call Dreadstalker's damage by 4%. That means every 3 shard hand is an extra 12% on your next Dreadstalkers. This can stack quickly and massively, giving you a huge burst on a 20-second cooldown. Your opener on this build is a bit slower. Dreadstalkers, then a Shadow Bolt, a 3-shard Hand of Gul'dan, Tyrant, then Shadow Bolt spam. Your opener really kind of culminates twice. During Tyrant, you can get off 2 implosions during the damage buff from Dreadstalkers. One of them is about halfway through Tyrant, right as the buff is expiring, and one is right after Tyrant when Dreadstalkers comes back off cooldown. These 2 implosions are a source of huge burst damage, and missing these windows is pretty punishing. Your rotation with this build is pretty simple. A lot more simple than the standard build. The standard build has lots of cooldowns, and lining them up can feel like trying to hit a pendulum with an arrow. The Dreadlash build is much more build and spend, like a roller coaster. Stack up your legendary with Hand of Gul'dan, summon Dreadstalkers on cooldown, and then Implosion. Always try to line up Tyrant and Implosion with Dreadstalkers so that you can benefit the most from the Shadow Flame damage buff. While this build is a bit easier than standard, it performs insanely well. On my character, it actually sims higher than the standard build while being easier and still a lot of fun. It's extremely effective on both single target and multi-target, making it a good option for both mythics and raids. In raid, I could see taking Demonic Strength over Dreadlash, which is a bit ironic considering it's the Dreadlash build, but that one talent swap is the only change I could really see being relevant to the type of content. I'd highly recommend any Demologs out there to try this build out. I know crafting a legendary is a lot of work, but it's absolutely worth it once you see the numbers this build can pull. I've been doing well, and I can only imagine what more elite players can do with this build. Go ahead and give it a shot. Give this video a like, it's one quick click. Also, my Discord and Twitch are linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Peace and love to everyone.